Hello,
Good evening. How are you today?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Did you play today?
I
Did
think
you
I'm
play?
boring today. I don't play and don't learn.
Oh, okay. Now let's continue with our lesson. But before that, let's practice some pronunciation. All right? Can you see my screen?
Alright.
Can you see the
Yes.
words? Okay. Now, let's read this word and tell us what is the meaning of this word.
Embarrass.
Okay, we read this one as embarrass.
Embarrass.
Okay, do you know what is embarrass, or this is your first time seeing this word?
I think it's the first.
Oh, it's a first time. Okay, embarrass is the same as being ashamed, being shy.
Oh,
That is embarrass. Same word as ashamed or being shy. Okay, can you give me a sample sentence with the word embarrass?
I don't have a sentence.
Okay, let me give you one.
I was embarrassed because I did not sing well.
Hey, I am embarrassed because I did not sing well. That's other word of ashamed or shy is embarrassed. Okay, do you know now the meaning of embarrass?
Yes.
Okay, now let's go to the next word, which is
Recede.
okay, recede. Is this your first time again seeing this word?
Yes. The sign.
First time. Okay, recede is going backward or moving backward.
Oh.
Moving back. For example,
The water flew is receding.
okay, the water flood is receding. The water from a flood is moving backward. That is recede. Again, what is recede?
Is receding.
Yeah,
Is well that backward.
very good. Moving backward. Now let's go to next word.
Breakdown.
Breakdown. Do you know what is breakdown?
I don't know, but I heard that that sometimes, but I don't know what meaning.
Okay, there are two meanings of breakdown. First is you are very sad because you failed. You can't move
Oh,
properly because of sadness because you failed. That's another meaning. The second meaning is the big one. They put them or they break down into small pieces. From a big, they break it to smaller. That is also a breakdown. One is being so sad because they failed, and one is breaking into small parts.
oh,
That is breakdown. Now let's go to the next word, which is
inside.
insight. Do you know what is insight?
I don't know.
Oh, first time again.
I think I heard it sometimes, but I don't know the meaning.
Oh, you heard it sometimes. Okay, insight is what, or it is clearly what you think. It is on your brain. It is what you understand. It is what you think. For example, I'll give you a sample sentence.
What did you insights about the news.
Okay. What is your insight? What do you think? Or what did you understand? Or what can you say that is insight? It's purely how you think. That is insight. Now let's go to the next word, which is this one.
For instance.
For instance. Is this your first time again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, for instance is another word or same word of
For example.
yes, that is also for instance is also for example. They are just the same. If you're tired using for example, you can use for instance. For instance, I wear like this. For example, I go to the to park. That is also the same. For instance and for example. Next one is
What is entitled?
yes, entitled. Do you know what is entitled?
I don't know.
Entitled is when you have rights of something. You have the right. I'll give you example sentence.
Yes. She is entitled to speak.
Yes, that means she has the right to speak. That is entitled. You have the right. Now let's go to this word.
Okay. Wait. Struggle.
Very good. That is struggle. Do you know what is struggle?
I don't know what struggle.
Okay. Struggle, it is something that is very hard for you. It is difficult to do. That is struggle.
Oh.
Yes, very hard. It needs lots of hard work. It's very difficult. Just like, I'll give you an example questions. Are you struggled in your learning? Or do you have difficulty learning?
No.
No. That's good. Okay. Now let's go to this one. What is what is this word?
Shepherd.
Okay. We read this one as shepherd. A shepherd. Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Okay. Do you know what is shepherd?
Oh. Okay. I think I know about it. Like a farmer.
Oh, yes. A person who looks after a from the word
Fam.
shepherd. What animal he is looking after? What animal is he taking care? What kind of animal?
Chicken and cow.
Okay, the shepherd is looking after a sheep. Do you know what is a sheep?
Oh, I know.
Okay, this is what a shepherd takes care, a
Oh.
sheep. That's why he is called a farmer who is called shepherd because he took after a sheep. Aside from taking care of sheep, there are also meaning of a shepherd, and that is a leader. That is a leader. If you are a shepherd person, it means you are a good leader. Again, what is the other meaning of shepherd? Good. A good?
A good leader.
Very good. Okay, don't forget because you can answer that later. Now let's go to next word.
Descent.
Descent. Do you know what is descent?
I don't know.
Oh, first time again. Descent is being good. That is being good or being formal. That is decent. He is a decent looking man. He is a good looking man. That is decent. Next one is
Criticize.
yes, criticize. Do you know what is criticize?
Criticize.
Oh, we read this one as criticize.
Criticize.
Yes, criticize. Do you know what is that word? First time?
I don't know.
Okay. Criticize is when you speak something bad to a person or when you judge a person badly. You criticize a person. You speak bad to a person. That is criticize. Okay? Do you know the meaning of okay. Now next word is this one.
Provoke.
Yes, provoke. First time? First time see. Okay, it's your first time. Provoke is the reason or the cause of making a person mad or angry. You provoke a person. You make that person angry. I'll give you an example.
Server. Provoke the police.
Hey, the girl provoked the police. That means he makes the police very angry. He is the reason. He talked back. That is provoke. The next one is
Prompt.
prompt. And prompt is first time seeing this word.
Oh, not first time. I
Oh,
see lots of things, but I don't know the meaning.
okay. Do you know? Can you say the prompt meaning?
Prompt. I don't know meaning.
Okay. Prompt is very quick or fast.
Oh.
Quick or fast. Prompt. What is
Prompt.
prompt?
Quick or fast.
Very good. Now, next one is
Suit.
very good. Suit. Do you know what is a suit?
Suit is a suitcase. A thing to wear.
A suitcase. It could also be. What else? There's lots of meaning of suit. Could be a suitcase, the one you put your things. Next one is the clothing.
Yes, the suit is a clothing.
Yes, a suit or clothing. And the other meaning of suit is when you want to do something, something that you want to do. That is a suit. I'll give you an example.
Suit yourself.
Okay, that means do what you want to do. Just suit yourself. Do whatever you like. That is another meaning of suit. Next, this one.
Generosity.
Very good. You pronounce very well. How about this one? How do you read? I'm sorry?
Generous.
Generous. Do you know what is generous?
Oh, I know what generous.
Okay, generous, it is a kind of person who always want to give. He wants to help. He wants to give what he wants to give. That is a generous person. Loves giving others.
Yes, but what's this generous?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
And the last one is,
Insult.
okay, we read this one as insult.
Insult.
Okay. And insult is, you know,
Is
it is also like being criticized. You speak bad to a person and that person get hurt. That is because you insult, you speak bad, and that person is get hurt. Okay, now let's go now to our topic. And wait, not this one. This one. Over there. Okay, now let's read these sample opinions samples. You can find those words that you learned earlier. Let's read number one. Ready, children?
no. Children are not adults and do not have adult rights. Parents are always worried about the children's well-being. Very few parents and children are able to communicate with each other on personal matters. Usually because they are too embarrassed to do so. So a parent is entirely within his right to pry into his children's secrets in order to try to protect them.
Okay.
To avoid a complete breakdown in trust, the parents should not make his snooping obvious.
Okay, very good.
But sometimes it might be better to other hand sneak that to allow some tragic but avoidable mistake. And indeed, even if the deception is somehow discovered, the children's anger and sense of betrayal will be recede in time, particularly as they mature and become more responsible.
Okay.
All thoughts fly scattered through our brains. We change our mind many times a day and forget what previous ideas and attributes were. But we keep some kind of a record. Years later, we can rediscover what we used and how we change over time. This can give us great insight to human behavior. For instance, so you have children and don't know how to respond to situations they're involved in. It might help if we can recall how we felt in the age in similar circumstances. It might change the way where we react to the problem, or at least he was explain why we do what we do.
Okay, thank you for reading. Now let's go back to these underlined words. Okay, we read this one as embarrassed
Embarrassed,
and obvious.
obvious,
This one is, how to read this one?
This one. Mature.
Okay, we read this one as mature.
Mature.
Okay, and this one is attitude.
Attitude.
Okay, I think that's it. Now let's go to, skip that because, okay. Now let's move to dear children. Okay, let's alternate reading.
Okay.
I'll read this one and you read this one. And I'll read and you read. Okay. Those who have H, you read it, okay? And those who have check, I'll read it. Okay. Let's start with me. Dear children, there is no free lunch. Don't feel entitled to anything you don't sweat and struggled for. Your turn.
If you see a problem, don't ask, why doesn't somebody see or do something? As you said, why don't I do something? This word needs some shepherd and fewer sheep.
Never work just for money and power. They won't save your soul, or build a decent family, or help you sleep at night.
Don't
Your
be afraid of talking your risk or being criticized. If you don't want to be criticized, don't say anything, don't do anything, and you won't be anything either.
Don't be afraid to fail. If that's the way to learn how to do things right, failing is a terrible thing, but not as bad as not trying.
You must learn good manners. Please and thank yous. Thank you are very important terms. Being considerate will take you further to life than any college degree.
Yes, let's be clear. Tobacco and alcohol kill more people than illegal drugs. It's time for you to speak out and help put a stop to marketing sickness and here or your turn.
Be confident that you can make a difference, but only if you do something.
Never think life is not worth living. No matter how hard it gets, when you get into a tight place and everything goes against you and you think you can't hang on even a minute longer, don't give up. For that is precisely the time and place that the tide will turn into your favor.
Choose your friends carefully and stay out of the fast lane. You were born and God original. Try not to be someone else's copy.
Remember that you are in charge of your own attitude. The only person you can control is yourself.
You have a role to play every minute of the day. Have you ever noticed that one action, good or bad, can prompt others for follow suit? How one equally
Illegally,
hardcore, equally hardcore can give other inconstant drivers permission to park likewise. How one insult can fuel another. How one sour person can ruin any meeting. But on the other hand, how each back acts of the generosity and kindness also provoke similar behavior among others.
hey, that's a reminder of dear children. Do you understand what you read?
I think I understand.
Okay, you understand. Since you understand, let's answer these questions. Let's just, if you having a hard time, let's just go back and read and find out the answers. Okay, number one, what does it mean by this world needs more shepherds and fewer sheep? What does this mean?
I think they need a shepherd.
Again, can you still remember what is the other meaning of a shepherd?
A good leader.
Very good. A good leader. So that means
That means they is a good leader.
very good. If we have lots of good leaders in this world, what will happen to our world? Will it go better or it will go destroyed?
Go better.
Let's go better because there are more leaders. Let's go to number 2. What does it mean by everything goes against you? I think it's found here. Do you have any idea? There, it's here. Everything goes against you.
I don't know.
Okay, everything goes against you, meaning there are situations that will not in favor or it's not good. It's not like what you want. It always go the opposite. As long as you don't give up, that there will be times that it will turn into your favor. Just don't hang. Just don't give up.
Okay.
Okay, and I think it's already time. Let's get to the others next meeting. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have questions, clarifications before we end?
No.
No.
I think questions.
Okay. I think that's it. See you next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.